Hello Internet, and welcome back to Pokemon Blue Nuzlocke Edition, redubbed. Oh boy. Hopefully this redubbing issue doesn't happen again in the near future, because that's embarrassing. And we're back into Celadon. And here's the casino. This is the point where I was like, well, let's go get Pinsir. Because at the time I thought I had enough money. And then my brain kicked in and realized, oops, I need 50,000 coins. Or $50,000. Because at this point I go double check what's over there. And I was actually amused to discover that you can get Abra and Nidorino here. I'm still toying with the idea of getting a Nidorino at some point, but Pinsir was the one I'm after. Assuming I can get enough coins or money. Get out of my way. I don't remember what those TMs are. Never mind whether they're worth the coins or not. And yeah, just going back and forth determining that I don't have enough coins. So at this point I go back in here and say, and he's like, hey, go away. And I was like, okay, yeah, let's see if we can get Marcule to deal with this Raticate. Only for me to realize, whoops, he's too strong. So let's bring Sylvia in, because she can take a hit. Or Flower. Missed. I was slightly worried here because the defense dropped, but on the same token, that rat was less than half health, so one more should do it. Or cut, even. Because I was like, yeah, you're low enough health, might as well cut my losses. And then they use Zubat. So I'm like, okay, let's let Sylvia deal with this. And sure enough, one shot. I still swear those rocket grunts look like Waluigi with a whip. And then he disappears and goes where? Because I'm like, okay, there's nothing here. Because the stairs don't actually come until you hit the switch. Because you hit the switch, and then the stairs show up. But I wasn't ready to go down there yet. I was still toying with the idea of whether I wanted to actually buy coins or not. I bought a few. And I'm like, do I really want to try and earn these coins? Might as well. That's when I discovered that Gen 1 slots are a lot harder than the remastered version. Leaf Green, Fire Red, etc. Because these spin mega fast. I attempted rapid blinking, because sometimes that semi-slows them down a bit in my eyes. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. And clearly I have no luck here. So I'm actually gonna cut ahead, because this is pointless to watch. Okay. Do I want more coins? Nah. I decided to come back when I had plenty of money. I was disappointed, but at the same time I was like, better to do that than to spend 20, if not more hours grinding coins. Because yes, I'm using an emulator, so I could do save states, but with my luck, that'd take even more time than just doing legit gambling. So at this point, I decide to go into the shop, see what all they've got, see if they've got anything decent. Because that's also at the point, I think it was this point, when I realized, oh right, I can go get a water and give the guards something. Either that or that may be later from now, I don't remember. I think at this point I'm just exploring. He's got this. Not much I was interested from him. I didn't know what these TMs were, so I ended up looking them up. And that's when I realized, okay, I want one. Yeah. I was like, okay, so let's go check out and see which ones I want. I want this one. And ironically, most of these end up getting stored later, but... because I tried to use them, and I'm just like, well, nobody can really learn them. Thunderbolt will come in handy, but I gave it to Ball Boy. Because I can always buy another one if I need it. I think. I was toying with the idea of who to give this one to. And I think I ultimately just backed off, because Rest was one of those moves where I'm like, will it actually come in handy? Razor Wind. Barbecue can learn it. Finally give her a decent flying move. I said bye-bye, Sand Attack. Taught him Mega Kick, because why not? Good fighting move. Horn Drill. Unfortunately, no one can learn it right now. I was disappointed by that. Then I decided to take the lift because I was feeling bored. Took the lift up to the next floor. This was cute. It was a way to break the fourth wall. That's when you realize, oops, traded Gravelers evolve. Or in my case, level 37 Growlers. And then I got Counter, and I decided to teach that one to Marcule because that move is hilarious when used properly. Not like the one I'm leaning on. Puns for the win! Then I went upstairs, see what they've got, because I think here I was looking for stones. Oh, yeah, I wanted the Firestone for Pyro Vixen, and then a Pokédoll, which would come in handy later. Nice little glitch. And let's have Pyro Vixen show her true beauty. Ninetales! Check the stats ups. They were pretty decent. And then I compared them around to different people, because I was like, well, hey, at least she's a good special attacker. Because look at his. Nothing. Even Ball Boy's not that good. But Pyro Vixen, yeah, she's a special. Then I went up topside to the roof to see about getting some other things. Because, yeah, this is the vitamin store, and there's not really much that I can afford for starters. Never mind that I was interested in. I think I bought a few X accuracies because I was eventually going to teach something Horn Drill that if I could find something that could learn it. And the X accuracy makes it to where Horn Drill never misses. It's kind of cheap, but hey. Whatever, it works. I mean, like, I could also see using them with Fisher for Senkaku. Then I tried to make some of my money back. That's the best I could do. What have you got? Nothing I can afford. And then we go to the roof, where I talk to the kid. Turned out his sister is thirsty, so I gave her some drinks. And got some pretty decent TMs. Then I was surprised to learn that you can only do that once. So here I just get her one of each thing for the time being. Scrolled too far too fast. Whoopsies. And from that, I got Ice Beam. Then I gave her the Soda Pop. Which, that one gives me Rock Slide, if I recall. Heyo! And then, of course, you give her the Lemonade, and for that, TM49, you get Tri-Attack. I can't remember offhand if I've given those to anyone yet, or if I just put them in storage. I got another fresh water because I wanted to try it again, because I wanted to see if I could get a second Ice Beam. But no, she's not thirsty, the little brat. So then I'm just like, okay, to heck with this place. I wanted to see if anybody could use Ice Beam. Surprisingly, no. Rock Slide. I think at the time I was tempted to give that one to Senkaku. Because at the very least he would get use out of it and possibly stab. And then try attack. I saved that one for... Yeah, I remember. I saved that one for later, because I give it to a different Pokemon. So for now, let's blow this pop stand. Checking the time to make sure. And I've got to keep up with the time too, because there's roughly a 2-minute difference thanks to all my fast forwarding. And let's see what's in here. Heyo, Doduo! You will come in handy. My immediate thought was, hello, Doduo, goodbye, barbecue. The trick was trying to hit it without killing it. And in the red, so ball time. I just wanted to make sure that if I missed the flower, Pyro Vixen didn't get murdered. And bada bing bada boom, there you are. And since it talks about how fast the thing can run, I decided to call it Roadrunner, because beep beep. The question is, do I come up with a Wile E. Coyote accompaniment later? Offhand, I don't know. We'll see how that goes. I was trying to figure out what else I could have caught. Already had you. Not worth the time. So I just decided to set this rat on fire. Uh-oh. Phew. And there's the Snorlax, stupid thing. Can't believe I didn't realize that's where it was after all that time. Oh, and there's Fly. But I didn't have enough room in my item inventory, so I had to get rid of a couple of things. Which is so stupid about Gen 1. But whatever. What are you gonna do? Yeah, I decided to nix that because I figured there's no real point. I can always buy another one. And then, of course, I decided to teach that one to Barbecue, because why not? And yeah, I got rid of Whirlwind because it's not practical in this particular gen. Whirlwind would come into play later gens, but not right now. Literally, its only function right now would be against a wild Pokemon. At the time, I'd planned on coming back for him, but looking back, I didn't even remember where he was. And so I came across the other one, and I'm like, oh, okay. But for that, I've got to go get the Pokeflute. Let's go back to Lavender Town, shall we? I think it's at this point that I go into the Lavender Town Tower. Because I realize, well, I've got about 8 minutes. Let's see what I can do. Looking back, I'm actually surprised how comparatively few encounters I came across while I was here. And I saved here for whatever reason. Not sure why. I think it was more along the lines of just saving to save. I was trying to get around Ash, but apparently you can't. That's kind of weird. And hey, how's your Eradicate? Oh, is that a touchy subject? Sorry. 'Cause I'm a jerk! This Pidgeotto surprised me at how feisty it was. Or rather, how feisty it tried to be. Next, he sends out his Execute. This caught me by surprise, because it was one of those where it was like, well, it's Psychic versus Psychic. I can typically outpace them. What caught me by surprise was how many times I had to hit the stupid thing to kill it. Also how little damage Barrage did, because I was like, well, that's interesting. Also surprising because that was all it seemed to know against me. Gyarados. Normally I would be worried about leaving Sylvia in against a Gyarados, but this generation didn't have Dark type, so Bite wasn't a problem. Hydro Pump scared me because Sylvia's a glass cannon. Thankfully, she survived. But I was like, yep, let's heal her up. Because we don't want her dying on me. Not when she still has so much to live for. And at this point, I was like, yeah, to heck with you, Gyarados, go away. And I was shocked that that didn't kill it. So I just did it again to finish it off. And level 29, heyo! Kadabura! Mirror Match. Because why not? Also, I'm stronger than it, so there's that. I find it amusing how quickly I seem to nail those confusions. Or how lucky I am with them. Heyo! Later! And then all that's left is his Charmeleon. I'm like, okay, this should be too easy. Also, I had nothing else that could really do much against it. And for some stupid reason, he decided to use Rage. I'm like, well, that just sealed your fate, fool. Take that, Ash! And at this point, I'm trying to just get to the exit of this thing as quickly as I can, and with as few battles as possible. I knew there was no way around this one, so I'm just like, ah, the heck with it. Fortunately, these are easy enough, because all they have are ghosts, which Sylvia can deal with, no problem. And there's the stairs. I realized I had no choice with this one. Be cursed with me. That's kind of freaky. No thanks. Too easy. Next! And another Ghastly. Same song, second verse. Oh, apparently I got itchy. Makatina ko! Shout out to all my Filipino viewers, if any. I haven't checked my analytics. No other items. Oh, crap. So it's like, okay, what can I afford to get rid of because I can get later? Paralyze heals. Looking back, that wasn't my smartest move, but whatever. Elixir's worth more anyway. The Awakening, not so much. I was kind of mad about that, but oh well. That's actually why I tossed the Awakening, I think, here. Yeah, because I'm like, you're not going to be useful much longer anyway. And that's free money, I can sell that. And at this point I decide to save because I realize, whoops, I'm getting close to the end of my time frame. So, thank you all so much for watching. Have a blessed day. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. Xanipator, out.